All these faces have one thing in common. They were all victims of senseless murders. This is Senator Gabrielle Gifford. She was shot in the head January 8, 2011. The gunman shot 18, where 6 died. This is her picture before, this is her picture after the shooting. Senator Gifford was not the only victim of this crime. The youngest victim was 9-year-old Christina Taylor Green. These victims, Madeline, Anna, and Noah, were from the Newtown, Connecticut shooting that occurred December 14, 2012 at Sandy Hook Elementary. 26 were shot and killed. Out of those, 20 were children and 6 were adults. The children ages range from 6 to 7 years. At this shooting, the gunman used a semi-auto rifle, a Glock, and a 6-fire 9mm pistol. This is Veronica and Jonathan. Veronica and Jonathan were victims of the Aurora, Colorado shooting, where 70 were shot and 12 died. The youngest injured was 3 months, and the youngest that died was 6 years old, and that was Veronica. The gunman in this shooting, he used a tactical shotgun, a Glock, and an automatic rifle. These are the faces for the reason that we need to have more gun control. What can we do as United States citizens to assist in the reduction of the number of senseless killings? Is it possible that we can prevent mass murders from occurring in the future? I truly believe that if more effort is set forth in finding a resolution to these problems, that the senseless killings will be greatly reduced. In order for this to occur, we must have government officials and citizens alike work together to find the resolution for prevention. According to Nation magazine, there has been a total of 16 mass shootings in the United States in 2012. Mother Jones, a news organization, tracked number of shootings that occurred over 3 decades, from 1982 to 2012. In her findings, they found that there were 61 mass murders that occurred during this time. Many supporters of the Second Amendment right feel that there is a fear if government officials get involved in restricting the purchasing of firearms, how many firearms they can possess, or where the firearms can be housed. They feel that legislature will prevent them from properly protecting their families. But the killings are not associated with anyone protecting their families or their personal belongings. These killings have been manifested by individuals who solely want to do harm. A writer from the Washington Post wrote a story about Harvard Injury Central Research Center that assessed literature regarding guns and homicide. They found that there's substantial evidence that shows that more guns mean more murders. He also provided information from economist Richard Florida, who found that there's a direct correlation between stricter gun laws and fewer number of gun deaths. Many have asked, what can be done to end this type of death? No one has any concrete answers for the resolution to this problem. I have some suggestions that could possibly assist in the reduction of these senseless killings. The first, I will start off with requiring all purchasers to be subjected to a background check. The second, whether you purchase your firearm from a dealer or from a private owner, you must register and have a background check for that firearm. The next, all semi-automatic and automatic weapons, including high-capacity clips, must be banned. Felons or people with mental defects should not be allowed to purchase firearms. Anyone who purchases a firearm should have that firearm registered. Also, the waiting period for the application to purchase a firearm should be extended to approximately 30 days to have a full and complete background check completed. Lastly, universal permits should be required to purchase firearms and ammo, like the Ford card of Illinois. The Ford card stands for the Firearm Owner's Identification Card. With this card, anyone can be disqualified if they possess a felony conviction, if they have a domestic violence on their record, if they have been charged or arrested for assault and battery, or if they have an order of protection against them. Also, with the Ford card, you have to go through a background check with the Human Service Department. They have records that will determine if a person has been institutionalized currently or in the past. If you're found to have a mental defect, you will not be allowed to purchase a firearm or any ammunition. Anyone that has been reported to Family Services or the Department of Human Services regarding violence, suicidal tendencies, or threatening behavior will also not be able to purchase firearms or ammunition. These are just some suggestions that may reduce or deter these acts of violence from occurring. In conclusion, it is imperative that great efforts are set forth to stop or reduce these tragedies from occurring in the future. We must demand that government officials impose and enforce more strict policies associated with gun control. Gun owners, like you and I, must be more responsible for ensuring that our firearms are not easily obtained by anyone. If the government or gun owners do not take active steps in gun control, many more innocent children and adults will face the same fate as these beautiful faces here. Colorado, Arizona, Newtown will not be the end. Who knows, maybe you or I or our children could be the victim of the next senseless firearm killing. Thank you.